All right, guys, what's going on? It's Coach Bronson, and today we're going to talk about lunges. All right, Claire is going to show us, my mom, is going to show us how to do lunges. We'll do walking lunges, so we can see a little bit differently than doing like in place or reverse, because there's a bunch of different ways you can do lunges. Whatever works for walking lunges is going to apply to pretty much all lunges, so that's what we're going to do. Okay. As always, we're going to talk about how to do it. Then we'll talk about some things that you might do incorrectly, or you need to know about how not to do, things not to do, and then if there's any scaling, things like that we need to look at. Okay? All right, so the first things first is just show us some lunges. We're going to walk this way. Lunges is you taking a step forward, you're letting your back knee drop to the floor, and then stepping through, right? Let your back knee drop to the floor, do it again, boom, back knee down, and then step. Cool. Go ahead and take another step and turn around. Good. And turn around. Awesome. So a couple things to watch when she does this, and we're going to go over some points of performance, things that we want you guys to do when you're doing these. Go ahead and take one step. Good. Stop there. Now, when she did that, she's got enough room. Her focus is going to be her back knee. Her back knee is just going to go down to the floor. Whatever she needs to do to get her back knee down. Boom. Okay? She's not thinking about stretching or pushing this front knee forward. She's thinking about just drop the back knee to the ground. Boom. And then as she stands, she's going to take a step at the same time. So she's going to start stepping through, boom, and then step again, and then it's back knee down. Okay, now, one more. Okay, now stop there. Okay? All the weight is going to be back here. She should be able to wiggle her toes just like a squat. Boom. And we're good. Go ahead and turn around. Okay, so we're looking for a couple things there. This is how I know if the weight is in her heels or not. Go ahead and take a step. Okay, and then drop down. Good. If her knee is out here, right, then her weight is in here, right? If her knee is above, the shins are straight up and down, and they're above her heels, then I know the weight is in her heels, and that's going to activate the hamstrings and the glutes when she stands up. Okay, go ahead and take another step. Okay. Also, when she steps up, also when she steps up, if she steps up, go ahead and step down, go ahead and drop down. When she stands, now, so that there, she took a little shorter of a step, so her knee is forward, so I'm going to scoot it out just a little bit. Okay. When she stands up, if she stands, so her heel may stay here and be good when she's down at the bottom, but a lot of times when people are standing, so that was good. They'll stand, do it wrong, and lean into your toe when you stand. Right, so a lot of people will be good at the bottom, but when they start to stand up, good down. Good, yeah, do it right on the way down. Good. Now, when they start to stand, they're going to lean into their toe and start to stand. Put all their weight into their toe when they stand up. That's not what we're looking for. It's the pressing off the ground with the heel that we want in the lunge. Okay. Go ahead and stand here. Go ahead and back up just a little bit. Yep. Okay, and then take a lunge. What I want you to look at here is something called tight roping. This is very often something that people do, and that is keeping their feet. So notice right now she's in what we call a jumping stance or starting stance. What I want you to do, go ahead and get into your squat stance. Okay, wherever you would normally be when you squat is where you should probably be for your lunges, and that's going to help you with balance and also activate your muscles better. So this line that she's in, going here is where she should be stepping. Go ahead and do it. Lunge. Notice that space is still about the same. Good. And then step through again. Right? Good. Okay? So the way that she does it, she actually, go ahead and stand up and relax. The way that she does it, she actually goes from wide and she brings her feet together and then back out again. That's perfectly fine. A lot of people do it that way. You can also just stay here wide and just step through and stay wide the whole time. However you want to do that. What I don't want, go ahead and show what tight roping looks like. What I don't want is stepping really close together. So this line, this distance is really narrow. And what's even worse is if you cross over. Yeah, because now you have no balance and no stability in what's going on. So you want to stay wider if possible. Not like super wide, like you're a sumo wrestler or anything, but keep your feet apart as you step. It's going to be a lot easier to do the lunges and you'll get a lot more out of them. Okay? The easiest way to scale and modify lunges, guys, two things you can do. One, hold on to something. Just push it, even if you just have a wall, right? It helps with balance, it helps with control. Then you can do them in place. So you can run, you can lunge, right? And then step back. Good, and then do the other side. Okay, so that's one way that you can do it. If you have access to rings or maybe even a squat rack, or you can do, sort of looking for, the doorway, right? If you have a doorway, you can hold on to something where you can have control on both sides, and you can do your lunges where you're not worried about balance. The other thing you can do is not go all the way to the ground, right? So just like the squats, if you're modifying squats and you squat to a bench or a box or a chair first, you can do your lunges and just go down. So it's still focused on the back knee, right? So you're kind of dropping your whole body down, right? So you want to get both knees to bend, right? And then come up again. So instead of going all the way down, because some people just don't have the strength to go all the way down and come all the way up, right? Cool. Anything else? I think that's a good, right? Make sure you keep your weight in your heels. Don't let your knee come too far forward.
There's something you always tell me about my feet.
Oh, the feet thing. Yeah, so when you're, go ahead and face this way and take one lunge. Okay, and stop there. What she's talking about, she's saying about her feet, your back feet. You want to try to make sure you take your heel. Go ahead and lift your toe up. So bend the knee and then lift this toe up and then turn your heel out a little bit. Right? So you want to turn your heel out, because what happens is if you have your knee cave in, your ankle cave in, the only thing on the ground is her big toe now. She has no balance and control. So if she puts her knee out, now all 5 toes are on the ground and she has much more control and stability in the hips, okay? So you're thinking about kicking your heel out when you do that back foot. Cool.
Except you said knee instead of heel.
I meant heel, sorry. I said knee. Don't kick your knee out, that would be weird.